Well, I would now like to try a brief exercise with Matteo on a simulation of an interview for a printed media. I'll give you one element when I am calling you. I am calling you in this make-believe scenario around exactly March 2014, like a little bit more than 1 year ago. I'm ringing you on the phone saying, I wanted to ask you some questions about a research of yours, which I saw from some time ago, a way to make safer vaccines through the use of these molecules, biphosphonates, how do you call them in English?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And so if you have some time to chat about this story.
I'm actually busy right now. Maybe tomorrow?
Actually, my deadline is, I have to file the story for tomorrow, but maybe can I call you like in an hour?
Right. I mean, give me an hour or two, and then I can be available. Sure.
Okay. I'll call you back in an hour. And this was the right answer. And at this point, you may be asking yourself some question. I would be,
sure,
if I was you at this point. Like,
sure.
Why now?
Why now?
Because that research of yours is from some time before.
Oh,
right?
okay. Thank you for reminding me. Okay.
Yeah. It was from 2013.
13. Yes, that's what I thought. Yes.
Why now?
Why now? So there must be. So first, well, I mean, let me call Ufficio Stampa first.
Yeah.
And then let's Google vaccine.
Yeah,
and
let's see
Google
the papers today.
Right, exactly.
And I'll tell you that in Corriere della Sera, that
Right.
very same day,
Right.
there was a debate, a controversy between Beatrice Lorenzin, health minister, and some court, TAR, Tribunale Amministrativo Regionale, in Lazio, because the court had just opened the file about a link between autism disease and vaccines. If we don't clarify things very well, you may end up quoted in a context which you really don't like, because you don't want to come out as an alternative to the existing vaccines for MMR, like implying that they're actually dangerous. So there's a trap here,
right.
But it doesn't mean that you don't have to answer, because he seems genuinely interested in your research. So in 1 hour, the journalist calls you again and say, "Hi, Dr. Iannacone, it's me again. I was very interested in the story, because in that research of yours, because it seems to me that you're working on a way to make existing vaccines safer. Is that right?"
That is not correct, first of all. So the research that we published last year showed that a compound, a drug that is currently used to treat osteoporosis, can have a surprising effect in enhancing the potency of existing vaccine. It has nothing to do with increasing the safety. And let me tell you right off the bat that vaccines are the safest medicines that science has provided. They have been shown times and again to be extremely safe, reliable, and effective. So my research does not claim to make vaccines safer, because they are already safe.
Why do you need to make them better at this point? Well, what is there that can be improved in vaccines?
So there are a lot of situations in which you would like to have better vaccines. So first of all, in countries or in situations where you don't have enough of the vaccine. So my research shows that if you add this compound to the existing vaccines, you can use lower doses, for instance. So think about like a village in Africa when you have like only few doses of vaccines and you have thousands of children to vaccinate. Now with this discovery, you can actually use the same few doses to actually give better coverage to everybody. Not only that, but there's another situation, for instance, in which existing vaccines are, some of the existing vaccines are effective, but you would like them to be even more effective than they are. And with my discovery, you might help to do that.
What about this story about a possible link with autism? There is even a court in Rome claiming it might be true. What do you think of it?
So this autism and vaccine story is a hoax. So this was a single study that was published many years ago it turned out not only to be wrong, but to be fraudulent. So there's no absolutely scientific evidence to support this, and this is also obviously my opinion.
So are vaccines absolutely safe? There is no risk of adverse reactions with the vaccines we use?
Well, no treatment or nothing that we do is absolutely safe. So, but I would compare this to taking a plane. Okay, so in general, this is the safest possible means of transportation to go from a city to another. Of course, in very, very, very rare occasions, a plane also crashes. And so this can happen, but this also can happen with vaccine, but vaccines are way safer than, for instance, aspirin, or like the most commonly used drugs.